Mr. Al-Takriti, women are being raped on the government side as well. Homes are being attacked.
Not at all.
In the
No,
government
I deny that.
I
challenge
anyone.
I challenge anyone to come up. I challenge anyone to come up with any kind of incident that happened. That is a lie, Roxana. That is a lie. The people wanted peacefully to change things. When the regime came down them with a fist of fire, you're not talking about that at all. I mean, was the regime justified in doing what they did? In terms of killing young children, in terms of raping women, in terms of burning down entire towns and cities? Were they justified in doing that? You tell me.
It is quite easy to verify. You don't even need to go to Syria. You can go on YouTube and you can see all those atrocities committed by rebel forces fully documented.
I'm going to agree with you, Roxana. I'm going to agree with you. The thing is, I mean, this is my point. When I said at the very start that I had wanted the revolution and I had dreamt of the revolution staying peaceful because I think that is essentially how the Arab people will change their realities. Unfortunately, after a while, that same revolution becomes muddied by the presence of elements who have interests, such as, unfortunately, I'm going to say this again, Russia in its game in Syria. The same with these elements who have, after 2.5 years of the world standing by and watching and doing virtually nothing, when that happens, what will happen is that the revolution itself will become muddied and polluted by the presence of those who do not have their vested interests.
That? Do you bear any responsibility for the fact that the revolution was muddied and that indeed rebel forces became far more radicalized?
Absolutely, the responsibility lies with two parties. The first being the regime which started this cycle of violence which you spoke about. And the second being the international community that stood by, watched and did absolutely nothing whilst the revolution was taking a life on its own.
What about people like yourself?
Absolutely.
What about people like yourself who indeed pontificate from London, whose concerns are legitimate and whose concerns are not legitimate? Because again, in Syria today, there are a lot of people who still support President Assad. So your point earlier was that the international community had to step in.
Roxana?
There was a recent NATO poll that found that 70% of people in Syria still support Assad. Maybe not support politically, but they would still...
That's an absolute lie, and I don't know where you got those statistics from. That's an absolute lie. But let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. Even let me do this. Let me draw the parallel that you tried to draw throughout the program, and that is with Iraq. Do you claim that no one in Iraq wanted the Western intervention? Does that make the Western intervention okay? I say to you that there was quite a considerable people of the Iraqi people who wanted the West to remove Saddam Hussein by the means that they did. Does that make it okay?
After one group of people ignoring another group of people, because again we established, I think we can agree at least on one point, that there is a great division within the Syrian society.
How did you respond to the demands of the revolution? How did you respond to the demands of the Syrian people?